I lost everything. I had put everything into it, and I walked away and literally lost everything. Um, I was embarrassed. I was, upset. I ended up lying to literally everybody about where I was and what I was doing. I ended up living in my car at a rest stop for about 3 months. And I was driving a smart car, so it wasn't like it was something big that I had a lot of room
Oh
to
gosh.
stretch out in. Um, so, and my friends would call or text and, hey, are you doing okay? What's going on? Where are you living? And I'd say, oh, I'm staying with my brother and sister. My brother and sister would call, you doing okay? Where are you living? Oh, I'm staying with a friend. I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell anybody that I had failed, that the business failed. Um, you know, like I said, Powerhouse had told me, the owners there, um, it doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means the business failed. And I didn't see it that way. To me, I failed and I let, 2,000 members down. I didn't see any way out of it. And,
Now, where was Sophia during all this? Did she know you were living in your car? I
yeah,
mean,
he was about the only one that really knew.
so you couldn't stay with
And
her or anything? She.
no, she was renting a room from a family. She was, just kind of starting out on her own, so really wasn't in a position. There were nights I would sneak over and come in a window and, let me come in here and stay tonight. But for the most part, she was about the only one that knew, and she was the only one who believed in me. There were probably more people that would have had I given anybody that opportunity, but I didn't. I didn't believe in myself, and I didn't think anybody else should either. And she just kept saying, "Baby, you'll be okay. You can figure this out. You can go get another job. What do you want to do?" She was just so supportive. And about a month, I don't know, a couple months, I guess, after I was living in my car, a friend of mine owned a gym not far from here, and he and I were talking, and he said, I know things are tough. He said, are you working out at all now? And I said, no. I said, I don't have the $25 for a gym membership. I said, I haven't been training. And he said, well, I'll tell you what. He said, I will give you and Sophia a gym membership, but the only way I'm going to give you a membership is if you promise to use it. And I said, well, yeah, what do you mean? And he said, well, a lot of times, you give somebody something and they don't think it's that important and they don't use it. I'll give you one if you use it. I said, I will be there tomorrow. So he comped us 2 memberships, and at 4:30 the next morning, I came over and picked up Sophia, and we started going to the gym together twice a day, morning and then again when she would get off work. And um, little by little, my physical started getting better. I started losing a little bit of weight, feeling a little bit better. There's so much science behind working out and the endorphins and the serotonin levels and the different things that happen, when you actually exercise. And 6 months later, as my physical got better, lo and behold, my mental got better. And I went from living in my car where I was just done. I mean, there were, I know at least one occasion where I literally sat in my car and thought, how do I end this? I'm done. This isn't what I want to do. I had never dealt with anything like that in my life before. Um, I just didn't see a way out. I did not see a way out, financially, socially, in any way. And I was just done. So once we started working out, I could start to see a little bit of glimmer of hope for whatever reason. And I started substitute teaching, which was kind of Sophia's idea. Why don't you do that? You'd be great. The kids would love you. Um, my mom was a teacher, and I'd never in a million years thought that I would end up, in front of a bunch of kids. But okay, let me go do this. Started teaching. Fast forward 2 more years into it, the school offers me a job as a nutrition teacher. If you can go pass all the state exams and stuff, which I did, right away and easy, that was fine. So I started teaching, and life started to look up a little bit. Sophia and I were training and working out together. She was getting ready for some national competitions, and her bodybuilding and fitness figure career was starting to move up. Um, I was feeling better. We started a nutrition company where we teach people how to do healthy keto. Keto was kind of just coming on the scene, but it was all over social media, and we both had done low carb diets before and knew that it sucked, and we didn't want to do that. You feel horrible. It's terrible. Let's prove everybody wrong. And we got into it, and I ended up meeting a scientist from National Institutes of Health, and he kind of changed the way we looked at it and what we did, and we made some tweaks, and we had our own system, and the business took off, and we started coaching people, making food videos every night or a couple times a week on how to, and we would make them silly and funny. This is, keto chicken or something different, keto pizza. This is how you make it. And I would come out dressed as Luigi and just doing silly stuff.
And where were you
And
living? Were you out of your car?
yeah, so I was out of my car, and she and I were living together now at this point and renting a place. So the car thing lasted about 3 months, and it was in the middle of us working out when I kind of got out of that.
Hmm.
And again, she just kept believing in me and kept pushing. And I started working for the NPC IFBB, as I said again. So I started doing that. We had the videos and the food stuff we were making. We had the nutrition business. She had her job. She was a pediatric dental hygienist. So she
Wow.
worked with little kids and put their fingers in her, put her fingers in their mouth all day long. I said I could never do that. Um, and it just felt like life was looking up finally.